Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to Moscow. I'm actually not too far from the city today, and I'm here to do an apartment tour. I know they're so famous on the channel, everybody loves them, and I've come to a micro district just outside of the center of Moscow. We're going to do a little bit of a walk around of an apartment in the building right behind me. If you're wondering where I am in Moscow, this is an area called Rasskazovo in the southwest of Moscow. And geographically, it's pretty much 30 kilometers from here to Red Square. Now, I know a lot of people are always asking, where is the apartment? Where are you? Now, not everybody lives in the center of Moscow, and most people only go there to walk around the center, and a lot of people who would work or go to school would not go to the center of Moscow either. So this is around about 45 minutes by car if you were to drive to the center of Moscow. And then generally most people would either drive from here to work or school, or you can get public transport and head off in the direction where you live. There is a really nice children's playground here. It's on this left-hand side, this kids' playground. And they've actually got the rubber flooring, this recycled tire material that they put down so you can use it as a running or walking track. And then this rotundra, I think that's what they're called. And there's also an adult playground on this side. There's actually a workout area, so if you want to get fit and healthy, you can come down here. And then all of the apartment buildings that wrap around it share this common garden area and playground. Now this is early afternoon, so there is a few people around. I think most people are inside now making dinner and maybe relaxing. Let's walk a little bit closer and check out this apartment. When I arrived here not too long ago, the actual road we came in on is at the very end of the street. You can see where the forest starts, and then all of these apartments are. And there's something really nice about this area and how they've made the buildings a little bit more fancier and a little bit more ornate. It doesn't have that boxy kind of feel like some of the districts in Moscow are like. Now, at the end of the road, there is another parking garage. It's a little bit hard to see. And then the actual underground parking is just here, and that would lead underneath all of the buildings. And there is actually a school on the other side of the buildings as well. And then as I pan around, on the lower ground floor of all of the buildings, there's different shops. So there's a pharmacy, supermarket, there is a nail salon, there's an alcohol store. Over here there's a nice wine store. So you've got everything close to home, and you don't have to go too far. Literally, you don't have to drive your car to go to any of the other businesses, or if you need to go get something, everything is close by. Okay, let's head on inside the apartment. So I've pointed this out in other videos before, but if you're watching one of my videos for the first time, there is a keypad entry, or if you've got the token or the chip, you can tap it right here and it'll open the door. Also, if you're wanting to call up to the apartment, if you're here as a visitor, there'll be a phone inside the apartment on the other side. Now the actual doors are open, so it's a little bit easier. And have a look as I come inside. Instead of just leaving the radiators exposed, they've got this nice finish on them. This nice light structure and paneling. And then coming into the lobby here. This is the lobby of the apartment. And then during certain times of the day, there would be somebody on duty here as a concierge. And then this is what I want to show you. You can walk through to the middle of the complex So of course we saw the parks and playgrounds outside, but check it out. There is one more right here, and the kids just leave their scooters and bikes right here. And then the complex itself. Now this would be considered low-rise apartments. Of course, in the center of Moscow, they can go to 30 or 40 levels. But this is a little bit more reasonably high. Some people did comment on some videos they don't want to live so high up and the view is a bit too much. What do you think? Nice playgrounds, nice place to relax and just hang out. Coming around to the elevator, there's all the information for the building and for the building management. Need to call somebody for something. And then let's head on inside the elevator. We need to go up to level 8. Let's go. Coming out of the elevator on the 8th floor. We don't have to go that far to find the apartment. It's right here on the right hand side. Now what I want to show you first though, because I do get a lot of people asking about this, is the way to get out of the apartment if the elevator is not working. And also there is central heating in the common areas of the apartment. So if you want to do your garbage, there's actually a garbage chute right here. If you don't want to go downstairs to the bins. And then have a look right here. This is the view looking in to the apartments. It's actually a little bit later now than when I first started filming. Actually, I've been here for a couple of hours hanging out and talking with the owners. Very nice, with all the lights on. So there is actually a staircase here. Of course, we're on the 8th level. You can go down the staircase to the street level. In case the elevator isn't working, you're good. And that just points it out to everybody who always asks in the comments. You can actually see with the central heating here, the pipes that come in. It's nice and warm in this room right here. We're not even in the apartment. Let's head on inside and check out the place. Now to make it easier, I've actually got the door unlocked. It's nice and easy. And I just want to point out the door here because on a couple of recent videos, people have put a lot of comments about these doors and these heavy style doors with multiple locks. This is very normal and very typical in Russia to have this style of door. Now to make it easier, I've got my shoes ready to take off and we can have a walk around. There's always going to be the extra slippers when you come to someone's apartment, and then the tray there. And have a look right here in the entrance. There's nice wardrobes and these cabinets nicely finished off. Place to put your jackets and all your bits and pieces. Plenty of storage. Now this is actually kind of interesting. It shows the main breaker box and then actually the Wi-Fi for the apartment here as well. Now the actual owners of this place have just moved in, so they're just getting everything set up and wired in correctly. Now what I'll do is I'll have you walk around and show you the main floor of the apartment. Bathroom here on the left. I really like these doors, by the way, and actually even the different colored painting of the walls. So the actual whole apartment has wallpaper, and then the wallpaper has been painted. I also want to point out too, there is underfloor heating for here in the corridor on the tiles, and then there's underfloor heating for the bathroom, and then eventually there'll be some on the balcony. So the way this is set up, it's designed as a one-room apartment. Now this is 43 square meters in total, and the way it's set up here, it has this living room area with the sofa, and then the bedroom over here straight ahead, and then this open plan kitchen area. And if you're wondering why I was here for a couple of hours, I think the snacks on the table and the kitchen are proof of that. And then have a look at the kitchen right here. there is also split system air conditioning. Now you really wouldn't use it for heating because the apartment has central heating and then underfloor heating, and you wouldn't need the heating function for it. But in summer, you could use the air conditioning. Probably at the most about 2 months of the year, you would really need air conditioning in these places. So the kitchen, very nice. And this is all very functional and a fitted kitchen. These top cupboards may be a little bit awkward to get to. However, everything else is very practical. Electric oven. And then there is a dishwasher. I think it's this one. Yes. Dishwasher. And then actually, the washing machine in this place is in the corridor right here of the kitchen. And this is actually, again, a fitted one. There's actually fixtures there that it can close against. And then induction cooktop, plenty of drawers. This is the fridge over here. If anybody's hungry, plenty of Russian snacks in the fridge. So this kitchen table here, they always say the kitchen is the heart of the home, and I totally agree. So again, if you look at the different walls, they're painted different colors to create these different zones in the apartment, and it also breaks up one room to the next. I have actually put all the lights on in the apartment. Normally you wouldn't have this many when you come inside, but it just makes filming a little bit easier. And there's a very big heated rail right here. So this is part of the central heating for the apartment. Now, depending on the size of the apartment, you'd have it just on the wall down here, but they decided to get a full length one. It makes this place very warm. And then coming out onto the balcony, have a look how spacious this balcony is. And then the floor to ceiling windows looking out to the street where we started the video. And this balcony is also heated as well. Now, it's not switched on because you don't need to have it on all the time. And the plan is to actually put a desk here, and you can use this as an extra room. And then have a look right here, a tumble dryer, or a drying device for clothes. In Australia we call it a tumble dryer. Anyone has another name for it, let me know in the comments. That's the actual switch there for the heated floors. There's a digital temperature, 19.6 Celsius. And then the windows looking out. You can see it's nice and quiet. And all the other apartments around. And you can see down to one of the different play areas. The whole area where I've walked around since I got here today is playgrounds and kids' play areas. So it's really very family friendly. And actually the balcony windows. So these are double glazed windows. So nice and insulated no matter what time of year. Also, I'll point out the wood flooring as well. So there's a lot of things in this apartment that perhaps I've not shown in other apartments, depending on the finish and the people that do the interior designing. Also wood skirting boards as well. Really like this underfloor lighting in the corridor here, this LED strip lighting. And even at the end of the cupboard here, there's one more extra cabinet. So you can put some things. Nice sofa, which I think this pulls out to be an extra bed as well, which is always nice if you've got friends over. And then a little bit away from the bedroom is a walk-in robe. Now I think a lot of people call these closets, so let me know. One of those robot vacuums down there, I think with the wood flooring. Great idea. And have a look at all this storage space. Plenty of room for everything and more. And then for the underfloor heating, this is actually the breaker box right here, or at least the zone taps for each of the areas as well. And then coming into the bedroom. Now this is very nice how they've got this separated partition here. So the design of this apartment is really for somebody that would be single or a couple to live here. It's not so much designed for people with kids. Nice big queen size bed. Nice bed head as well. And the curtains matching. There is also another radiator bar underneath the window right there. You can see the more traditional one that you'd see in a lot of apartments. And nice big TV. Now I have a question for everybody. Let me know in the comments your opinion of having a TV in the bedroom versus not having one. Now, if you're wondering why this socket is here, I just asked the owner about this. The original plan of the designer of the apartment wanted the TV to be mounted over these sockets, and then the TV could swing out on a bracket to be watchable from the lounge room, and you could have an extra armchair in here as well. That's why that's right there. There is plenty of sockets though. What do you think, everybody? Let me know what you think of the living space. 43 square meters, and then that balcony as well. You can also see here for the underfloor heating in the corridor. Actually, this can be 26 degrees. You can actually set the temperature, of course. And then coming in to the bathroom. So the one thing that's different with the washing machine being in the kitchen, you've got more space right here. You've got the laundry basket, and then bathtub, and then the rain shower. Have a look at these floor to ceiling tiles. I think that's what they are. There's a lot of work going into tiling where they do it right up to the ceiling. Also the LED lights, light up mirror, recessed toilet, much better for cleaning as well. These recessed toilets. And then I was told, if you can notice here on the wall, there is no heated towel rail. And if anyone in Russia can tell me about this, the actual wall itself is heated in a square panel behind the towels. Anyone can tell me anything about that? I'll be very curious, and it's really very interesting how that works. This is the actual box where the water comes into the apartment on all the pipes and fixtures. So yeah, let me spin around. Hopefully you're not getting too dizzy. Let me know what you think of the apartment, and could you live here? That's my question always in these videos. Is this somewhere where you could see yourself living? Now there is quite a few available in this complex for sale. I will put a pin and a link to this particular area where I am so you can understand where I am in Moscow. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so I thought I'd go through the prices for this apartment if it was listed for sale. Now actually the people that live here have only recently moved in, and very interestingly, I didn't know this at the time as I was doing the walk around, they purchased the place fully furnished. So everything that you saw, the table, the bed, the sofa, okay, the fridge and all that sort of stuff was all included in the purchase price. So which is very typical for Russia, where you buy apartments fully furnished. And when you sell the place, you leave the stuff behind. The next place you buy, you inherit their furniture, and the cycle continues. So the price of this apartment, if you were to want to buy it exactly how you see it, now there won't be grapes on the kitchen table, there won't be dishes in the sink, but that's okay. It would list, or it could be listed for 16 million rubles. Now, of course, millions sound like a lot, but if I break it down to foreign currency, it's a little bit more manageable. 188,000 US dollars. Now there should be The currency breakdown's right here, hopefully. 174,000 euros, 145,000 British pounds, and then in Australian currency, $301,000. Now, let me know what you think of the price, comparing it to where you live. Fully furnished, underfloor heating, central heating, everything finished, all the wardrobes, there's nothing else to do, just bring your luggage. So the apartment, I'll just clarify again, it was 43 square meters, a one-room apartment. Now, depending on how you like to count the rooms, in Australia, we would call it a one-bedroom apartment. Here in Russia, a one-room apartment. And then fully furnished. So yeah, could you live here? Let me know in the comments. Now, I'm gonna move over slightly. Hopefully I'm in the middle now. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That's the easiest way to let me know you enjoyed the video. Now, I do have a secret for you. And if you've watched to the end of the video, you might have noticed something missing in the kitchen. And if I've checked the comments correctly, and you've said the word microwave, somewhere in the comments, there is actually a cupboard with a fitted microwave, and I missed it. But if you write that in the comments, I know you've made it to the end of the video. Yeah. If you want to follow me on Telegram, my link to my Telegram channel is right here. You can click that. And if you want to see an old video, something you haven't watched before, there's a link right here to an old video. Thanks everybody. I'm off on another adventure. Bye.